Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Is It Worth the Gold video. And today we are going to be looking at the E-25. But before all that, I want to give a big shout out to Danger Dave 83 and Maiden Group for donating this tank to me. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it, and I am enjoying this tank really a lot. Sorry if I spelled your names wrong or something. I'm not really good at pronouncing English, so yeah. Let's get into it. Is it worth the grind? Oh hell yeah. Is it worth the gold? Oh hell yeah it is. This is such a little troll tank. This is the biggest troll in this game by far. So what makes this tank so special? Because on paper it just looks like a bad SU-12244, the Russian premium tier 7 TD, but it's not. It's not. It's nowhere close to the SU-122. This is a completely different tank, and what makes it so special is the size. This thing is tiny. It's so flat. This is the flat Panzer. This is the real flat Panzer. Just to see how flat this thing is, I'm gonna do a little garage comparison between this thing and some other little tiny tanks. So here is our E-25, and there's a Hetzer. As you can see, the E-25 is smaller than a Hetzer. Here's a 1C. It's definitely flatter than the 1C. It's lower to the ground and everything. And where's the T1? There's a T1. As you can see, the T1 is way taller as well. I mean, camo value of this thing is insane. It is crazy. And LTP is around the same size. It's a bit flatter. Well, back to the game. As you can see, this thing is tiny. It has a lot of advantages, but some disadvantages as well. This tank is so flat to the ground that some firing positions work with other tanks will not work with this thing, because there will be too much ground in the way and you won't be able to see your enemies. But I mean, when you get this thing in the right spot, you can just annihilate your enemies and they won't know what happened to them. This thing can chew up tanks so fast, it's not even funny. So, another thing to mention, the mobility. This thing is crazy fast. I've driven 80 downhill. On straights it maintains like 50 with no problem at all. It's like a little ELC, but as a tier 10 tank destroyer. It is about the same size as the ELC as well, so it is just silly. The mobility is good. The track traverse could be better, but it's still alright. I mean, you can't complain about it on a tank destroyer. You can't circle things and expect to shoot them, but you can circle tanks. And another thing about this silly low profile is that you can park behind most of the heavy tanks, and they won't be able to shoot you at all. They can't get their gun low enough to shoot you, and that is really funny with this thing. And then we come to I guess the weakest point of this tank. It is this little gun. It is the same gun the Germans get on their tier 6, not even tier 6, tier 5. This is the same gun basically that Stug uses. 150 penetration, 100 and what is this? 130 average damage. Their accuracy and aiming time though is ridiculous. 1.7 second aiming time with 0.3 accuracy, that is just insane. And basically, I think this gun is good enough for this tank. The penetration might seem lousy, but it is enough for this thing. I mean, mostly you're flanking and shooting your enemies in the back. It plays sort of like a light tank even, so the 150 penetration in tier 7 is quite alright. Besides, you get preferential matchmaking, so you can see tier 9s, and half of the time you'll be playing against tier 7s. As you can see, this is a tier 8 game, but I will not have problems penetrating any of my enemies in this game whatsoever. So the equipment I use is uh, it's a tricky one. This E-25. I started with the ventilation, rammer, and optics. No, binos, but then I switched. In this game, I'm still using binos, but I kind of later switched to coded optics. I'm not sure which one is better. I think binos is better if you don't have recon and the other thingy, the radio situational awareness. If you don't have any of those, then binos probably is better. But once your crew is good enough to get both the situational awareness and recon, I think coded optics will work just fine as well. Just because the view range of this thing is only 360, so coded optics doesn't give it such a good view range, so binos is needed. Besides, mostly when you're sitting still, your binos will kick in and you will see your targets anyways. If you want to do some scouting runs, then coded optics is really nice, but if not, then binos should be just enough. And as you can see, this game. Oh wait, for the crew skills, of course, Sixth Sense. The bad thing about the tank is the commander is the radio man as well. So situational awareness and recon is trained on commander. So you need at least 3 skills to get this to get the view range. Besides, you want the camo as well. So the commander skills are really important. And you see the accuracy here. Look at that poor Yak Panther. This DPM plus this accuracy is just crazy. Here, I don't know what this shot did, but didn't go through, so I'm just gonna wait with my next shot. This one hits the post, but this one gets the Yak Panther, and yeah, for the rest of the crew, Camo, after that, Tractorverse is pretty nice for this tank. Smooth ride maybe, but not that much, and that's basically it. There's nothing special about it. And as you can see, at this point this game looks pretty dark. They still have 2 tier 8s and a full health Tiger 2, but good thing they weren't the smartest guys on earth, but still, I mean, this tank control people so hard. And yeah, here I hit the bad spot on the Tiger 2, but now I just got a side of the turret. It's thin enough for me to penetrate. And basically, why we still have a chance is because that T-150 is in the cap circle, and they have to get back to reset him. And here I'm gonna take advantage of this crazy camo and the fact that I have binos to just annihilate my enemies. They have to go and reset. My task is to not let them do it, and that's as simple as that. KUNS writes this game down as loss already, but the E-25 thinks differently. And so here I take my position. T-150 is going back. He's what, 200, 200, 300 meters away. I'm trying to get a double bush behind so I can shoot without getting spotted. And he stops. He doesn't want to die. And he's not gonna reset shit here. And now I'm just waiting for the rest of them to show up. As you can see, my ammo loadout is 15 premium rounds and the rest of AP. And in this game I just ran out of AP and start to work on the Tiger 2. He spotted me, I didn't retreat enough, and now I have to retreat a bit farther. But he is not focusing me, he's trying to reset the cap, perfectly understandable, and I'm just gonna nail him over and over again. As you can see, the alpha is not that great, and this is some shitty shooting. Really, I should have fired that shot way better. But as you can see, the DPM is really high. That's a tier 8 heavy I'm shooting, and that's another bad shot. That's another bad shot. This is like trying to lose the game, trying to pull the defeat out of the victory. But here I got shot in by the T-28 prototype. I know that he was gonna be reloading, so I'm just gonna finish off the target before I go hide. So the Tiger 2 is dead, and they still have to reset. This is like the perfect scenario for me. This is exactly what I wanted. They're all trying to reset, but they really don't stand a chance because I am here, the RD is here, the T-150 is capping. So yeah, this tank is such a little troll. If you ignore it, you're gonna pay the price for it. It can chew up tanks so fast, and like when they're showing their sides, I don't even have to use gold. Now it's just a waste of money. I really don't need gold rounds for any of these things. The M40 is asking do I have enough ammo, and I still have 12 shells, and it should be enough to get the last guys. The prototype is not on that high health, and the T-150 is a one shot even for me. So start pumping shots in the prototype, but he dies to Artie, so that I won't have Top Gun just yet, but the T-150 is still alive, so I'm just gonna go and chase him. Since the game is a victory now anyways, there's no way that guy can pull the victory for his team, and here just aim, finish off the last guy, and yeah, this game is over. This tank is such a troll, holy shit. So, is it worth the gold? Definitely yes, just because of the troll factor of it. Is it a good money maker? Probably not, but it's worth the gold just because it's such a fun tank to play. It's probably the most fun to play tank in this game. Definitely most fun to play Tank Destroyer in the game by far. So, thanks again to Danger Dave 83 and Maiden Group for this awesome donation. Thank you guys, you're awesome. You're helping me a lot. I will have enough gold now to try out the Chinese, one of the Chinese 8 tier 8 premiums as well, and I'll probably do a review of those as well. And yeah, guys, big thank you, and for the rest of you, I will see you on the next one.